Unit po, na ating po organization ito, nakita ko ni board member ng Gaya, ay para bigyan po natin ng tulong ang ating mga BHW, mga train, na sila po ay nagmahal sa kanilang barangay, at ating pong hikayatin ang kung sino mang mamumuno na papalit po sa kanilang mga barangay, ay sila pa rin po ay kunin, dahil sila po ay competent para i-perform ang trabaho sa mga barangay. At ang pangalawang bagay naman po ay mas madagdagan po natin ang benepisyong pwede po natin ibigay sa kanila. Sa pangalawang ordinance naman po, tama po si BM Jazz, kasi po meron tayong backlog sa mga BNS sa ating mga barangay sa provision ng Cavite. At yun rin po yung security of tenure, kasi po atin po tayo ng training 3 taon for 6 years. Bigla po nagpalit ng kapitan. Ako, iyo po yan, malaman ko yan. So, dapat bigyan po natin ng importansya yung pinaghirapan, seminar at katrabaho sa mga barangay, yan po'y tutulungan ang ordinansang ito. At lastly, yung ating additional incentives. Alam nyo, ang provision ng Cavite sa tulad po natin po mahal na Governor Abeng Remulla, Vice Governor Ram Revilla, ay naging pong nandiyan. Kasi po, ang provision po ng Cavite ay nandiyan po para mag-augment. Alam ba yung augmentation, tumulong po. Kaya po naisip po ng ating pong mahal na board member Maligaya na tulungan po ang ating sektor. Na lagi po na riyan, sila po humarap sa mga sakit, sila po humarap sa lahat po ng mga problema sa ating barangay. At ngayon po, napapanahon na po at bigyan po natin karapatang pagkilala ang kanilang pong paghihirap sa provision ng Cavite. Muli po, mabuhay po kayong lahat at makakasa po kayo ang kayo pong lahat kayo susuporta sa mga future projects po para po sa BNS at PHW. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, BM Romel. Ingatin po natin ang brief message, syempre ang ating pong board member Aldi Pagulayan.
Una-una po, nagbibigay-pugay po ako sa liderato ng Komite ng Kalusugan ng Provincial Sangguniang. Sa pangunguna po, syempre, na napakagaling, napaka-progresibo. Sa totoo lang po, tingin na sa bilang ko yata, Sec. Mitche, sa dami ng committee hearings, ang pinaka-namuna si BM Jasmine po. Kaya palapakan po natin. Ako po ay, bago po ako naging bukal, konsehal ng bayan po sa Bacoor. At ang committee hinahawakan ko na ay committee ng kalusugan din po, katulad ngayon ng ating napakagaling na board member Jasmine. At kita-kita ko po, we have 8 RHUs in the city of Bacoor. And I can honestly say na hindi tatakbo yun. Sa totoo lang, hindi tatakbo yun kung wala po yung mga barangay health workers natin at mga barangay nutrition scholars po natin. Kitang-kita ko po yan nung panahon ng pandemya. Na sa totoo lang, nung pumalo ang Delta variant, Doc Nels, na lahat ng mga tao nasa loob na talagang nanganganib na ang buhay at kalusugan po ng lahat ng mga residente ng Bacoor at ng buong probinsya at ng buong mundo. Hindi po natakot, hindi natinag po. Sa totoo lang, kahit yung mga ibang pong barangay health workers natin were advanced in their age already. It did not stop. They did not stop. Yeah, when I heard from my staff that Board Member Jasmine was tackling this issue, I said to myself, I need to be there. Para lang sabihin na you are important. We want to validate all your sacrifices, all the things that you have done for our city, for our province, for our families. That being said, we bow to you. This is important. We thank you, BM Jazz. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, BM Alde. Last po ay Ate BM Ainirin Nazareno.
Good morning. Mukhang nasabi na ng mga honorables ang sasabihin ko. So, I'll just greet na lang din ang committee chairperson, si Honorable Jasmine Maligaya. Of course, under her supervision, we are blessed to have this type of legislation. And I will just read the title, an ordinance adopting Republic Act Number 7883, otherwise known as the Barangay Health Workers Benefits and Incentives Act of 1995. It aimed to provide for the continued empowerment development mechanisms and programs for barangay health workers in the province of Cavite. And the proposed ordinance number 008-2025, an ordinance adopting Presidential Decree 1569, otherwise known as strengthening the barangay nutrition program by providing for barangay nutrition scholar in every barangay, providing funds thereof and for other purposes. So yan, mapalad po tayo na mayroon tayong ganitong klase na legislation sa pamumuno ni PM Jasmine Maligaya. Dahil alam naman po natin ang sacrifices ng mga BNS and PHWs. Actually, ang galing nyo nga kasi bawat household kilala nyo, alam nyo yung mga, kayo yung mga unang nakakaalam ng mga chismis. Kaya kapag meron kailangang malaman na issue, pumunta muna sa mga BNS and PHWs. But kidding aside, I'll echo yung sinabi ni BM, ni Majo, ni BM Alg. Talagang we really commend yung mga efforts po ng BNS and I really support the belief na it is time for you to have your efforts appreciated through this legislation. So yun lamang po, maraming salamat.
Thank you so much sa lahat po ng ating mga board members no, na katulong po natin at kaagapay po natin para dito sa ordinance na ito. So, like all other ordinances, proposed ordinances, ay mamaliin po natin no, yung ordinansa. No? So, unahin po natin yung proposed ordinance number 7, 2025. An ordinance adopting Republic Act 7883, otherwise known as the Barangay Health Workers Benefits and Incentives Act of 1995, providing for the continuing empowerment and development mechanisms and programs for barangay health workers in the province of Cavite. So, kung mamanapatin po natin, pwede po bang magsimula na po ako sa Section 1, dahil lahat naman po ng legal basis ay okay na po ito, no? I don't think meron pa po tayong idadagdag o tatanggalin sa mga legal basis. And besides, ito po ay na-review na rin po ng ating legal, no? So, Section 1, yung title, Barangay Health Workers Empowerment Ordinance in the Province of Cavite. Okay po ba tayo dito? DMs, okay na po tayo dito? Okay na po tayo dito, yan. Okay. Section 2, coverage. This ordinance shall cover all accredited barangay health workers within the province of Cavite in accordance with the provisions of Republic Act Number 7883. So, sa tingin ko po, wala na rin dito. Meron po ba pagtatama or questions? Na po. So, section number 3, declaration of policy. It is the policy of the provincial government of Cavite to protect and promote the right to health of the Caviteños and instill health consciousness among them and adopt an integrated and comprehensive approach to health development, which shall endeavor to make essential goods, health, and other social services available to all the Caviteños at affordable cost. This ordinance shall strengthen and institutionalize primary health care programs at the barangay level of every municipality and city in the province by human resource development and fiscal support to barangay health workers. Question po? None. Hearing none. I'll continue. Section 4, definition of terms. The terms as provided for under this ordinance are defined as follows. Barangay health worker refers to a person who is duly registered with the local health board and who voluntarily renders primary health care services in the community. Accreditation. It is the process by which a BHW is recognized by the local health board and complies with the standards set by RA 7883. And retirement refers to the act of permanently leaving an office or active service after meeting specific service requirements. Meron po bang question doon? Wala po. Okay, none. Section 5, registration. Ito po. Barangay health workers shall register with the local health board of each city and municipality in which they render service. The LHB shall furnish a copy of such registry to the Office of the Provincial Health Officer and the Department of Health, the agency responsible in maintaining the National Register of Barangay Health Workers. Every municipality and city through the Municipality City Health Office or the MHO or CHO shall provide identification card to each registered BHW. Meron na po ba talaga tayong card? ID, no? Or wala pa po? Hindi po lahat. Hindi po lahat, no? So ito, lahat po dapat magpa-register na po ngayon sa inyong local health board and then magbibigay po ng ID. The LHB shall regularly update the BHW registry, which shall include, among others, the number of years of service of each BHW, trainings and seminars attended, and accreditation as provided in Section 6 hereof. Every LHB of the municipalities and cities shall submit a copy of the updated registry to the Provincial Health Board and the DOH Central Office every year and shall post it in every municipal city health board and barangay health centers. Meron po bang katanungan doon sa ating registration? Yes, Doc.
84. Suggestion lang po, it should be National Registry instead of National Register.
Registry.
Okay, noted po, Doc. National Registry.
Instead of National Register. Dito lang. Ito.
Okay, National Registry instead of National Register.
There.
Noted.
84.
Meron pa po ba? Opo, wait po.
Section 5.
Section 5, BM. Opo.
Yung question ko lang, kasi
Yes po.
yung sa proseso ng registration. Mayroon pa tayong figures dun sa mga registered na meron po tayo. So siguro po, at least makuha po natin yung real na number ng mga registered na po.
Thank you. Opo. Please take note yung number of registered BHW in the province of Quezon. Thank you.
Meron po record.
Meron pa po? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Other BMs po, meron po ba? So, section 6 na po tayo. Hearing no other questions. Section 6, accreditation. The local health board shall accredit BHWs in accordance with the guidelines promulgated by the DOH. It shall be the duty of the LHB to ensure that all registered BHWs shall undergo training programs under any accredited government and non-government organizations and/or the DOH, provided that the LHB shall develop a basic training course for newly recruited BHWs that can be completed within a period not later than 1 year upon their assumption of work. To be accredited, a newly recruited BHW, yes, dapat to in BHW, must have completed satisfactorily the basic training course, which will be certified by the municipal city health officer concerned. Unless this recruitment is fulfilled, he, she will be considered as a barangay health trainee. So not BHW. Any questions po? Or clarifications? So medyo ito pong ordinansa din po ito, medyo in-empower din po talaga yung mga BHW, no? So hindi lang basta, okay, dyan ka, BHW ka.
Kailangan may training.
So kailangan po talaga mag-undergo sila sa training. Mhm. Any questions po? Ang karagdagan or pagbabawas? Okay po ba tayo lahat dito sa ating accreditation? So hearing none, Section 7 po tayo. Barangay Health Worker Eligibility. The eligibility shall be granted to the local health board accredited barangay health worker who has completed at least 2 years of college education leading to a college degree and has voluntarily rendered at least 5 years of continuous active and satisfactory service as an accredited BHW to the community, services rendered prior to February 20, 1995 or the date of approval of RA number 7883 shall not be counted for purposes of the grant. For purposes of the grant of BHW eligibility, services rendered to the community should meet all of the following requisites. Number 1, the services must be voluntary, meaning the BHW has not been employed and has not received any form of salary or compensation except honorarium in the entirety of the 5-year period for service requirement. 2, the services rendered must be continuous for a minimum period of 5 years, meaning the BHW should have served actively and satisfactorily on a full-time basis. And number 3, the services rendered shall be under accredited status of the BHW, meaning the applicant BHW should already have been accredited by the local health board before rendering the 5-year service requirement. BHW had been hired by agency under job order status and or contract of service may still avail of qualify for the grant of eligibility. Any questions po? Any clarifications? Sa mga doktor po natin, meron po ba kayo? Yes, Doc. Okay. Yes, Doc, Hilda.
The President of the Association of Municipal Health Officers of Cavite po. Okay, so pwede po bang malagay sa, I don't know, because Noveleta we already have our own BHW ordinance. So I was comparing kung ano na po yung meron kami at wala po dito. And we will modify if needed kasi 2 years na po may yung aming ordinance. One po is na nakalagay sa amin na kapag BHW ka, hindi ka dapat mag-ibang functions pa sa barangay. For example, you are an elected barangay kagawad, and then BNS ka pa, and then BHW ka pa. Because it defeats the purpose. It defeats the purpose. Tanggapin na po natin, they're doing this for the incentive.
Yes.
So pwede po bang i-add dyan? Either kung may eligibility and may exclusion din na if you are already performing these functions, either may allowance, another honoraria, or may sweldo, ay hindi ka na dapat, you should give off one of those three. Kasi pag at amang iba pong MHO, meron po kayong BHW na BNS pa, at meron pa pong ibang function, senior citizen, na tumatanda. Meron po nun, po. So baka po, kung pwede po ninyo yon, idepende po sa consensus. Isa po yon sa aming na ibang mahirap po ang trabaho ng BHW alone, ng BNS alone po ay napakahirap. And I don't think they will be able to perform efficiently kung meron po silang patong-patong ng mga other functions. Thank you po.
Okay, well noted, Doc Hilda. Yes, for the exclusion.
Magdadagdag po
Ay, yes, Doc.
regarding po sa mga barangay health workers or BNS. At the same time, sila po barangay captain or counselor. Kailangan din po natin i-pag-usapan yun. Meron po kasi gano'n. Maraming salamat.
Sorry, isa pa po. Kung mapapansin niyo po, o lalaktawan ko po, no? Isa po sa eligibility or exclusion criteria namin sa Noveleta is the age. Sa BNS po kasi, very specific, at least 18 years old, but not more than 60 years old at the time of deployment. Pero wala po yun dito sa BHW. Take note po nung pandemic, una pong pinapigil ang BHW, ang senior citizens na lumabas. At ang trabaho po talaga ng BHW ay napakabigat. Although may mga senior citizen po na able-bodied pa, totoo po yun. Pero pagdating po ng mabibigat na trabaho, talaga naman po na sila, ang mga senior ay pwede po bang, pantay-pantay po kasi ang description ng trabaho ng BHW. Hindi po natin pwedeng i-exclude na pag 60 ka, sa barangay ka lang, hindi ka maglalakad, hindi ka bibilad sa init ng araw. Pag less than 60 ka, ikaw yung magbubuhat ng timbangan at magbubuhat ng kung ano-ano. So wala pong ganun sa rule, no? BHW's job is the same throughout the ages. So kung meron po sa BNS nun, can we still add po nun sa BHW? Depende po sa inyong pagkakakonsensus. Salamat po.
So, yes, Doc.
Can we consider the age? Because when I conducted that study, matagal na po yun. Kasama ko po yung mga 80-year-old na tumutulong. Sila yung nakakahanap ng mga cases. Huwag natin bigyan ng parang harap yung sa edad lamang. But kung sila naman ay nakaka-generate ng report, at pakatandaan po natin na hindi po naka-stipulate yun sa RA number 7883. Maraming salamat po.
Madam Chair, not to, I love Dr. Abubu, but then as one of the proponents of the measure together with board member Jaspo, ayoko rin po sana ginigita natin. Kasi bukod po dito, no, meron po tayong isang measure na nakahain ngayon sa Sangguniang Palalawigan, encouraging our locators and other partners to hire senior citizens na capable at healthy pa naman. So kapag po nilimitahan natin yung measure natin na ito, sorry po ha, pero medyo maano ang aming core value. No? Pasensya na po ang inyong batch of board members ngayon ay medyo maano po kami sa mga core values namin na pinaglalaban talaga. So much as we want to accommodate po, siguro iyan na natin na kinakailangan healthy at fit po sila. Yun na lang po. Salamat, Madam Chair.
Medical na lang po tayo. Any discussion? Meron pa po bang gusto magsalita? Yes po.
President po ng DXW ng Mendes. Ako po ay 72 years.
Wow!
72 years old, nag-start po ako 1982. Wow! Still able po, active pa po sa duty.
23 years in service.
Yes.
Ay, 40 pa lang eh.
Okay, thank you po. So, ang ilalagay na lang po natin is the provision for exclusion and yung medical able and fit.
Able and fit.
Any questions pa po? Any recommendation? None na po, okay. We'll move forward. Section 8, retention and continued service. Every city and municipality in the province through the local health board shall afford protection to BHWs against termination without due process. Pursuant to the ILG-DOH Joint Memorandum Circular Number 2023-001, the LHB shall formulate and implement policies, programs, or specific strategies that shall afford protection to the BHWs, including but not limited to the criteria or process for discontinuation of services and in cases of complaints and grievances. The LHB shall act on the complaints filed regarding the discontinuation of services of BHWs that are registered and or accredited within the local health board. If the cause of termination is not just justified as deliberated in the LHB, the BHW may be temporarily assigned to another nearby barangay or health facility based on the discretion of the local health board. May question po ba dito? IRR, yes. O, yun po ay nasa LHB. Ang pagawa. Opo. Ito po.
Ito yung sinasabi kanina ni BM Romel eh. Sometimes the position of the barangay health worker or the barangay nutrition scholar is politicized and at the same time weaponized for political purposes. Kaya kanina nga sinasabi din ni BM Romel na halimbawa, next year, may barangay election tayo. Ibig sabihin, may mga ibang mga BHWs tayo sa BNS na hindi ka partido ni Kape, kata yun. So, layunin din po ni Board Member Jasmine na maglagay ng mga proteksyon para hindi po mangyari yun. At yun po ang isa sa mga tututukan po ng konseho. Yun lang po.
Thank you, BM Alde. And, yes po, Dok.
Clarification po doon sa ito. For example po, may mga munisipyo po. Una po, alam natin na hindi po lahat ng accredited BHW ay may incentive sa probinsya. We have the numbers po. So may mga accredited po na ang nagpapasweldo lang ay barangay. Hindi rin po pinapasweldo ng munisipyo. I will talk about Noveleta po. Wala pong binibigay na incentive ang munisipyo sa BHW. Barangay lang po at probinsya. So, meron po kami accredited na sa barangay lang. Tapos pag nagpalit ng barangay captain, so may appointment po kasi coterminus. So pag nawalan po ng appointment, mawawalan po siyang allowance ng honoraria. So kahit ilipat ko po siya sa health center, wala naman pong binibigay ang munisipyo. Kahit ilipat ko po sa ibang barangay, hindi naman po siya pasasweldohin ng additional kasi may existing. So maganda po ito na dapat hindi sila tatanggalin, pero ang mangyayari po, hindi na sila tatanggalin sa papel. Pero sa incentive po, mawawalan po sila. Kasi po may mga contradicting na mga batas and policies for that. Opo, no? So, paano
Yes,
po kaya
Dr.
yun mali
Parang
masosolusyonan?
ang pagkakaintindi ko po kasi dito ay while there is an ongoing filed halimbawa complaint or termination, hindi pa po siya valid kasi nga po local health board ang magde-decide. So it's not the mayor, it should be the local health board. And meron pong IRR na gagawin din po ang local health board para po sa guidelines ng grievances, no, yung mga complaints. Kasi hindi natin maiwasan, meron pong magko-complain sa barangay, di ba? Actually po, ito po talaga yung main reason, one of the reason kung bakit. Dahil po nung mayor ako, nung problema ako dito. Dahil yung mga tinatanggal ho ng kapitan ko na BHW ay sa akin po nahingi ng tulong. And parang napaka-logic lang po na dahil sila ay napakatagal na doon, yung iba po doon 42 years. Like, nanay, opo, 42 years nandun na po, tapos bigla pong ayaw lang ni kapitan or kalaban sa politika, tinatanggal po. So, I think dahil sila ay ano na doon, kumbaga expert na, di ba ho? May mga training na sila doon, kaya ito talaga, magkakangipin po talaga ang mga BHW po natin. So, any questions pa po dun sa retention and continued service? So, nasagot po ba? Okay. Thank you po. Kung wala po tayong question doon, mga BMs, meron po ba? Wala. Section 9, number of barangay health workers. The Department of Health through the Municipal City Health Board shall determine the ideal ratio, so ratio po ito, hindi ration, of BHWs to the number of households, provided that the total number of BHWs shall not exceed 1% of the population. Na-exceed po. So, yun po. Meron po bang question po doon? Okay. Wala po? Yes, ma'am. Meron po? Doc, okay. Section 10 na po tayo. Incentives and benefits. In recognition of their services, all accredited barangay health workers who are regularly performing their duties shall entitled to the following incentives and benefits. So, letter A, hindi po quarterly yun. Monthly incentive or allowance. Registered barangay health workers shall receive a monthly incentive allowance of 1,700 pesos from the provincial government of Cavite. Hazard allowance. BHWs exposed to situations or hazards in their work environment, specifically during a state of calamity, emergency, disaster, or similar situation shall be entitled to a hazard allowance in an amount to be determined by the local health board in coordination with the Municipal Disaster Risk and Reduction Management Office, provided that the area is declared under state of calamity or emergency, and accomplishment report shall be submitted for validation. Letter C, training, education, career enhancement programs, opportunities to be provided by the MHO or the CHO in coordination with the OPHO, DOH, and other concerned government agencies and non-government organizations. Letter D, free legal services. So legal representation and consultation services for BHW shall be immediately provided by the Public Attorney's Office in cases of coercion, interference, and in other civil cases and criminal cases filed by or against barangay health workers arising out of or in connection with the performance of their duties as such. And letter E, gratuity pay, recognizing the vital role of BHWs in the municipalities and cities. They shall be entitled to a gratuity pay of not less than 10,000 pesos upon retirement after rendering at least 10 years of continuous, active, and satisfactory service depending upon the availability of funds to be sourced out of the general funds. Ito po kasi sa bayan ng Magallanes, ginagawa po namin yun. So lahat po ng mga nag-retire doon na BNS, BHWs, meron po kami binibigay na 10,000 each, no? So pwede po itong gawin din ngayon with this ordinance, no? So, any questions po dun sa ating incentives and benefits? Yes po, Doc.
Good morning po. Joy Masica po, Provincial Coordinator po ng BHW. Ma'am, dun sa letter A, correction lang po. Accredited BHW po yung nakaka-receive ng incentive sa province instead po ng register. Thank you po.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you po. Any,
149.
yes po.
Okay, municipalities/city disaster risk and reduction management office.
Thank you, Doc Sani. Any VM Robert?
BM just yung sa ating hazard allowance. gagawin ba natin itong mandatory or are we encouraging the ating mga LGUs na sila po ay magbigay? Kasi po, yung sa hazard pay kasi po, marami na kasi mga hazard pay na hindi pa rin po nagbibigay. So yung question pa lang po, kung ito po ay paano po yung approach po natin sa mga lokal na ating munisipyo at nasyonal?
Ma'am Lou,
Good morning po. Since ang hazard allowance is a personal service account, mahihirapan tayong magbigay sa kanila kasi hindi sila PS, kasi sila ay volunteers. So hindi sila plantilla positions. And hazard pay ay para po sa mga plantilla positions. Yun po. Kaya medyo mahirapan tayong humanap ng legal basis para po sa hazard allowance nila.
meron po ba tayo from DOH? Kasi alam ko po namigay, may panahon
Every time po na may ganon kasi pandemic, nag-issue po sila ng special guidelines. At sinasabi rin nila kung saan manggagaling yung pondo. Pero sa kung normal situation, medyo mahihirapan po tayo doon. Same with the training. Ito naman po training, ang magpo-provide naman ay yung health office po ng local. Ano po. Kasi ito po ay kasama na sa mga local programs ng ating city and municipal health office po. Naka-integrate na po ito sa kanilang program. Ito mga trainings. Thank you po.
Pwede po ba tayong mag-add siguro na, for example, if while on duty yung mga PHW, if something happened to them, instead of hazard pay, baka pwedeng, if something happened to them, like for example, nahawa sila or nagkasakit sila while on duty, that's the time that we will provide them with an incentive. I'm not sure if what we can maybe call them. Oo, it's not really incentive pero parang insurance na if something happened while on duty or halimbawa may pandemic or may virus and then of course they're exposed to it, diba? So, parang instead of hazard pay, maybe especially medical assistance that we could provide them. Dapat yun ang initially yung talaga maibigay natin sa kanila. Kasi they are frontline, sila yung nakaharap talaga dito. So maybe instead of hazard pay, that's the incentive or insurance that we can provide to PHW.
Sa part po kasi ng mga cities ay municipalities, same with the province level po. Meron naman po mga existing programs ang mga mayors para po ma-address yung mga ganito. I don't think na kailangan pa natin ng parang very specific na pondo para sa kanila dahil meron po silang mga tinatawag na aids. Madami pa silang benefits na binibigay sa mga nakaprograma na sa bawat munisipyo na ito'y para sa ganito, ito'y para sa ganito. At yung sinasabi nyo na exposure nila, kung ano man yung hazard, yung maawa, ay ma-address naman dun sa kanilang mga existing programs. At halos lahat po naman, lahat ay meron ng mga ganong programa po, yung mga subsidy nila sa constituency.
So from local.
Yes. So hindi, ang sinasabi niyo po ba ay magkakaroon ng separate na programa ang local government unit to address the concern of PHWs?
Hindi po, sa tingin ko po, ito pong monthly incentive allowance is for the provincial government of Cavite. So, probinsya po ito. Yung monthly incentive allowance.
Existing na po yan.
Yes.
Existing na.
Pero ito po kasing hazard allowance, meron po kasing mga stipulations. Kung bago ka makakuha ng hazard allowance, hindi basta-basta. Diba? So, meron pong mga nakalagay naman dito sa ordinance po natin Nangyari po kasi ito during the pandemic, di ba, Doc? Merong mga munisipyo na hindi po nakakuha ng hazard allowance because of coordination lang, di ba? Yun lang po, hindi na coordinate, hindi nakakuha yung mga BHW, which is meron namang po pondo for that. So ito po, parang nilagay lang talaga para at least maging aware po ang mga munisipyo na pag ganyang mga state of calamity, especially yung mga pandemic, meron po pwedeng makuha hazard allowance.
Not necessary ngayon, diba?
So, any
Wala
questions
naman
po?
existing. Hopefully, wala.
Yung pong insurance naman kay DM Camille, I guess, kung kaya po halimbawa ng mga mayor, yes, ng ano po pa, hindi na po ay. Mga ganun.
Pwede mamaya, pagka naman doon sa pangalawang ordinance, patapos na eh. Nandito na tayo. Ikaw.
Hospital natin, kaya po i-prioritize them. Pag dumating po sila sa JM, sa PNP, pwede po natin i-consider yun, or other satellite hospitals po natin. I-prioritize lang po natin sila, especially since sila rin naman po yung nauuna sa mga barangays.
In all provincial
And at the same
Kapila pa
time,
sila, baka pwede na natin sila i-prioritize.
kasi alam nila kung nangyari sa amin.
Siguro po maging specific tayo dun sa kung ano ibibigay sa kanila, di ba? Like free medical ba ito? Free medical services. Tapos priority sila sa lahat ng provincial hospitals. Yan. Yun, mga okay. Take note po. Yes. Ganda rin yun. Yes. So, nadagdagan po ang ating incentives and benefits. So,
Kaya, kailangan
yes, Doc.
yung limit.
Can we include, ang ganda ng mga representation natin. At alam ko na tayo lang sa Pilipinas ang may ganito. Yung pong annual physical examination ng ating mga barangay health workers, yun pong habang naghahanap ng babakunahan na kagat ng aso, po-provide natin ang libreng rabies vaccine, yung mga na-stroke, dahil sa init ng araw at saka hintay ng bakuna na dapat ay tag-ulan, nagtag-araw na lumabas ang supply. Kaya po, ito po ay mga totoong nangyayari at nangyari. Matagal na po kami sa industriya, kaya nag-insert kami para sa darating na panahon, hindi na natin ito po problemahin. Ang sana lang po, tama yun na sa mga government hospitals dadalhin yung patient kasi po medyo magastos kung ito ay sa private hospitals. Like for example, MI and stroke. Maraming salamat po.
Well noted, Doc San. Meron pa ba? Yes, PM Robert.
Sa gravity, sino ba siya?
LGU po yun. LGU ako. LGU.
Sa gravity, bakit nakalagay naman sa bakit yung mayayaman na
Hindi po kami mayaman. Ang Magallanes po hindi mayaman.
at least meron silang basic sa pwede sila
Yes. Yes po. Doc.
Okay, so sa amin po pwede po ito, kailangan kailangan niyo ng mas specific. Kagaya po sa amin, all BHW po ay part ng PhilHealth's Indigent Program. Okay po? Kukuha lang po, since wala silang sweldong maayos, so kukuha lang po sila ng indigency sa barangay at Certificate of Financial Incapacity sa MSWD. Utos na po ng mayor namin, huwag pinanghanapan ng ibang requirements, and they will be entitled sa full benefits ng PhilHealth without giving the monthly na po ng 500 pesos. One is very specific. Another one po, kung merong mga government hospital, if you are familiar with employees ward, baka kung merong priority parang BHW bed sa government hospitals for the BHWs and their direct relative, isama na po natin kasi wala naman silang sweldo. Di ba merong employees ward po dati sa JAM na for you and your immediate relative, meron kang priority, meron po yun. Baka lang po makakuha ng idea kapag clear na. And another po na Be specific po tayo. Sa bagay po sa Yaka po, pag may pinag-benefit ka, lahat po yung laboratories nyo, pasok na po nun eh, libre na, at yung gamot na worth 20,000 ng medicine under Yaka. Mas-secure lang po yung PhilHealth nila. Ang dami na pong additional na karugtong na benefits po yan. Salamat po.
Good afternoon po. Ay, good morning po. From the legal office po. I-clarify lang po yung sa hazard allowance, sabi po ni budget, hindi po siya automatic dahil po sila ay ako terminus tama po. So, yung sabi volunteers pala, sorry. So, the hazard allowance, sabi niyo po, BF, is just there to notify or make the municipalities and cities know that they're aware that they can be given. Yung problema po dun sa wordings po kasi shall be entitled, which means they have a right to it. So, it's not a automatic right. So, siguro eligible na lang yung term. So,
So siguro i-rephrase na lang po natin yung sa hazard allowance. Hindi siya entitled. Upon situations. Meron pa po ba? Yung sa gratuity pay po, yung sinabi ni Doc Hilda na pwede siyang pasok sa field ng indigent. So parang creative way na lang ng mayors kung paano po mabibigyan ng ibang benefits yung mga BHWs natin. Meron pa po bang question regarding po doon sa ating incentives and benefits? Dagdag pa po mga BMs? Wala na? Okay. So, moving forward po.
So,
Yes po. Yes.
ano po lang po lang sa free legal services lang po, since the public attorney's office is allowed na po. We can also include the IBP Cavite since the new ULAS law required for the free legal assistance or aid for the province of Cavite.
Yan, please include. Thank you, Attorney. So, moving forward po, Section 11. Discrimination prohibited. A barangay health worker shall not be discriminated against with regard to gender. Ito po yung sinasabi ni PM Purview, no? Na kahit senior, pwede po. Gender, civil status, creed, religious or political beliefs, ethnic groupings, and age in the exercise of their functions. So, idadagdag na rin natin yung age. Section 12, right to self-organization. Barangay health workers have the right to freely form, join, or assist organizations to obtain redress of their grievances through peaceful, concerted activities for purposes not contrary to the law and with utmost regard to service to patients and the continuous operation of barangay health services in the interest of public health, safety, or survival of patients. Meron po ba dito katanungan? Wala na po, okay. Section 13, review by the local health board. Every incentive or benefit for barangay health workers requiring the expenditure of local funds shall be reviewed and approved by the local health board to ensure that only the deserving barangay health workers get the same. So, okay naman po dito. Section 14, implementing rules and regulations. The Office of the Provincial Health Officer, in coordination with the Department of Health, the Department of Interior and Local Government, and the Local Health Board, shall issue the necessary implementing rules and regulations to ensure the proper and efficient implementation of this ordinance. Section 15, funding. Funds for the benefits and incentives of barangay health workers and for the implementation of local health programs, projects, and activities shall be allocated from the general fund of every city or municipality. Section 16. separability clause. If any section or provision of this ordinance is declared unconstitutional or invalid, the other provisions not affected shall remain in force and effect. No? So, repealing clause, all ordinances, resolutions, executive orders, and other local issuances inconsistent with this ordinance are hereby repealed or modified accordingly. Section 18, effectivity. This ordinance shall take effect after its approval and compliance with the posting and publication requirements. So, well noted po lahat ng ating mga recommendation dito po sa ating ordinance na ito. So, bago po tayo pumunta sa next ordinance po natin, pwede po bang pahingan muna ng brief message po ang ating Vice Chairman, Honorable Kirby Javier Salazar.
Thank you to our very hardworking partner and at the Committee on Health, our chairperson, board member Jazz Maligaya Bautista. When we refiled the measure together with Mayor Jazz, I was delighted kasi kami po ni Mayor Jazz magkasama SK pa lang, no? At yung advocacy at yung core values po namin hindi naglalayo. Magkasama rin po kami sa Kaya Natin movement for good governance and ethical leadership. And I know that the measure is really meant on ensuring sustainable programs for our barangay health workers. Ngayon po kasi higit kailanman kinakailangan masiguro po natin na hindi lang mapapangalagaan pero mapoprotektahan natin yung, lalo na po kanina si Nanay, 42 years. 43 years in service kasi meron pong dalawang board member na 1982 born, hindi ko na lang po maalala kung sino. So kaya alam po na nakupit mo na agad kung ilang taon na kayo sa serbisyo. Hindi po ako yun. Pero kahit pa man, the measure is really geared towards ensuring that we will be able to protect our PHWs moving forward. So, thank you BM Jazz, thank you to our fellow board members, BM Idel, BM Romel, BM Aymirin, BM Ade, BM Camille, and BM Ivy was here and BM Chelsea was here also earlier, and BM Adrian too. Dahil nakatutuwa po magsulong ng measure na lahat po ng kasamahan namin ni BM Jazz, katulong at kakampi po talaga namin para masiguro may papasa ito. Salamat din po, Dr. Buku, at sa lahat po ng mga resource person po natin ngayon. And of course, nanay po namin lahat, si Ma'am Mitch at si Ma'am Madu. Delikado po ang budget namin. Pag wala po silang dalawa, baka po, di ba, dala kayo ng budget at delikado magpakalendar kung hindi natin sila kakampi sa mga measures natin na ito. So, salamat po sa kanilang presensya ngayong araw. So, thank you, BM Jazz. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
BM Kirby, at dito din po, BM Camille Del Rosario.
Yeah, magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga nandito. I see very familiar faces po dito. Una po sa lahat, gusto ko pong magpasalamat kay BM Jasmine at kay BM Kirby dito po sa magandang ordinansa po na to. Matagal na po natin gustong maibigay ang lahat ng benepisyo para po sa ating mga PHW at BNS workers. Talaga po, kayo po ang nasa floor, kayo po talaga ang nasa frontline services sa lahat po ng sakit, lahat po, kayo po ang expose po dito, kayo po ang may alam. Ang sabi nga po, di ba, ang mga PHW po, ang PNS, lahat po, alam nyo po. Kayo daw po ang mga chismosa sa mga barangay. Tama po ba yon? Ha, alam nyo daw po lahat. Kasi syempre, kayo po ang nakakaalam kung sino po ang may sakit, kung sino po ang nangangailangan ng tulong. Di ba po, kayo po ang nakakaalam po. Kung sino daw ang escabeche. Anyway, yun po, talagang gusto po namin, alam ko po very hardworking po lahat at alam din po namin lahat kung ano po ang pagkukulang ng mga LGUs. Kaya po, as much as possible, the province would like to provide with those incentives and more benefits for all the hardworking BHW and BNS po natin sa buong probinsya. Kaya po, sana po ay tuloy-tuloy po na ma-aproba ng ating ordinansa sa tulong po ninyo. Kaya po tayo nagkakaroon ng public hearing para po mapakinggan ang lahat po ng gusto nyo pong idagdag, lahat po ng gusto nating ibawas o pagbabago sa ordinansa para po as much as possible when we get this approved, lahat po ng stakeholders ay napakinggan po natin at lahat po ng pangangailangan nyo ay naipasok po natin dito para lahat po ay maibigay din po natin ng tama. Yun lang naman po, maraming salamat po and I think dahil po dito sa ordinance na ito, mas magiging ma-encourage pa po ang lahat ng ating mga workers to work really hard and to support the constituents po natin sa ating mga barangay dahil po sa inyo ay magiging healthy po ang ating mga Caviteños. Maraming salamat po. Si Ma'am Du po at si Ma'am Mitch, tama po. Kailangan po natin talaga sa kanil sila nasuportahan po tayo. Kagaya po kanina, kailangan po natin humingi kay Ma'am Du ng budget. Ma'am Dulce, baka pwede pa nating budgetan ang ating mga BNS at PHW. Meron naman daw, ayan. Sila po talaga ang magbibigay po sa atin para mapa-aproban ang ating mga ordinances. Sila po ang magsusuporta po sa atin. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, BM Camille. And first, BM Adel. Marami din.
Una po, ang aking pasasalamat po sa mga barangay health workers sa buong lalawigan ng Cavite sa inyong pong pagmamahal sa trabaho, sa dedikasyon sa trabaho at pagmamahal sa ating kababayan. Nakita na po natin ito sa kasaysayan ng pandemya, kayo po ang umarap at nakipaglaban para may taguin ang kalusugan ng ating kababayan. Kaya maraming salamat sa inyong pong dedikasyon sa trabaho. Ganun din, salamat po sa mga may akda ng ating ordinansa kay Board Member Curtis Salazar at Board Member Justin Bautista. Palakpakan po natin po sila. Dahil sa kanilang pong pagpapahalaga sa inyong pong dedikasyon. Muli, maraming pong salamat at pagpalain po tayong lahat ng Panginoong may kapal.
Thank you, BM Adel. So, working lunch na po tayo. Meron po tayong lunch, no? Bibilisan na lang po natin for the proposed ordinance number 8. So, dito na po tayo sa section 1. Short title, this ordinance shall be known as the Ordinance Adopting PD 1569. Okay naman po tayo dito. Section 2, Declaration of Policy. This is a policy of the Provincial Government of Cavite to take part in transforming children's nutrition, combat stunting, and reverse the tide of childhood overweight and obesity through implementing the provisions of Presidential Decree number 1569, which will strengthen the barangay nutrition program in every cities and municipalities in the province. Section 3, Establishment of the Barangay Nutrition Scholar position. There shall be a barangay nutrition scholar established in all the barangays in every city and municipality. The barangay nutrition scholar shall be responsible for coordinating, implementing, and monitoring nutrition programs and activities within the barangay in accordance with the guidelines set forth in PD 1569. So I think wala pong question dito. Section 4, Qualifications and Appointment. The appointment of the barangay nutrition scholar shall be made by the punong barangay with the concurrence of the majority of the Sangguniang Sangguniang barangay members. The barangay nutrition scholar shall possess the following qualifications as prescribed by the National Nutrition Council. Letter A, bona fide resident of the barangay for at least 4 years with ability to speak the dialect. Letter B, possess leadership potential and the initiative and willingness to serve the barangay for at least 1 year. C, willingness to learn and to teach what he or she has learned to the people of the barangay. D, completed at least grade 10. E, physically and mentally fit and at least 18 years old but not more than 60 years old at the time of deployment. Upon meeting the above qualifications, the BNS shall undergo all the modules of the BNS basic course and practicum program as provided for by the National Nutrition Council and as managed by the local training team. The appointment of the BNS shall not be affected by the change of the local chief executive and barangay administration. Removal shall only be done with cost according to the health, physical, and mental capacity to perform the services and internal discipline of the organization. However, the punong barangay may render report or findings regarding any misconduct and irregularities made by the BNS and recommend disciplinary action to the city municipal mayor through the CNAO or MNAO, provided further that it is a reasonable justification for the removal of any BNS so as not to impair the provision of timely and quality nutrition services in the barangay. May question po ba sa qualification and appointment? Doc Hilda.
Ito na naman pong tatanggalin na natin yung, ito po pala sa noveleta, no? Ito pong word for word ito. Upon deployment, hindi po mag-hire ng senior. Kumaintindihan ko po ito, no? Upon deployment, hindi po mag-hire ng senior. Pero kung nung pumasok ka, hindi ka senior, kagaya po ni ma'am. Na siya po, ganun din po kami sa noveleta. Nung pumasok ka po na BHW, sorry, bumalik pa ako sa BHW, no? Bumalik ka sa pumasok sa BHW, 40 years old ka, hindi ka natatanggalin. Pero upon deployment, kagaya po nung sinabi dito, yung new, tapos senior, hindi na sila mag-hire ng BNS or totally tanggalin na po natin tong letter F. Baka na-misinterpret pa ko kanina, hindi maliwanag. This is for new deployment. Kasi tuturuan niyo po silang mag-computer, gumawa ng M1 reports. Pero pag matagal ka ng BHW, alam mo na, pasikot-sikot. Ako. And another one po, kanina gusto ko itanong, nakalimutan ko po. Mahalaga po kasi itong nasa BNS na pwede natin isama sa BHW. Bona fide resident of the barangay for at least 4 years. Wala pong ganong stipulation sa BHW. Kasi po may mga kapitan po na bagong dating lang, nagpapalitan po nila yung 10 years, 20 years na nandoon na alam na. So dapat po may ganitong resident clause tayo for BHW. Salamat po.
Okay, well noted, Doc Hilda, thank you so much. Actually, napapag-isip ko din po, no, na kung halimbawa upon deployment or ay 60 na siya or 75, dun siguro medyo, di ba po, tapos mag-training pa. Tapos, di ba po, parang hindi na nga po siya. Oho. Pero kasi ngayon, puro senior na sila kasi 42 years na, 36 years na, pero nung mga kabataan din nila sila, nag-BHW at nag-BNS. So I guess, pwede to be a What do you think? What do you think? We will put also in BHW ordinance, the letter F. Ano po tingin niyo? Opo, yes, Ma'am Helen. Opo.
So ayan, magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. Bala ko po kasi mag-BNS kasi no, 65 na po ay over age na po. So, maganda po kasi na yun nga, 60 years old at the time of deployment. Hindi na rin po kami BM tumatanggap ng 60 years old and above. Lalo na po kasi ngayon, medyo na, computerized na rin po kasi yung Operation Team Bank Plus result. Kailangan po na ang mga barangay nutrition scholars talagang makahabol na po sa pag-i-encode na lang po ng ating mga results pagdating po sa Operation Team Bank Plus. Yan. Pero yun nga po, yung mga 40 years old, o kagaya po, halimbawa, 23 years old, nasa nutrition na po, hindi na po pwedeng tanggalin. So yun po.
Relate ako sa
Sige. Noted po yun. Siguro po, para consistent na lang po tayo doon, isabay din natin siya doon sa BHW. Di ba po? Hindi naman po natin tinatanggal yung mga senior dahil andun na sila eh. Pero pag the time, yes, opo. Dahil baka mamaya hindi na nga po training yun. Di ba po, pag mga 72 or 65, Opo, yeah. Okay, sige po. So, makikot na lang po.
Kaya
Yeah.
may nalako sa in line 91 to 98. Kasi alam po natin yung appointment ng ating mga BNS is co-terminus. So, although meron tayong protection na nilagay po natin na lahat po ay dadaan sa proseso, siguro baka pwede natin datulan na BM na we strongly encourage yung ating mga grupo na mga bagong barangay officials na i-hire sila. And upon kung meron po silang magiging qualified na pwedeng pumalit, pwede po lang palitan. Pero po yung kung lang po ginagawa yung ating pong DNS at hindi naman po qualified ang ipapalit po nila, siguro po para po mas maganda yung turnover if ever na magkaroon po ng movement. Pero siya po, ang nakalagay rin po sa nabubul po dito, is meron po mga kulatilya na kung bakit po sila malalaka sa pwesto. So baka pwede po i-incorporate po natin dito. I-encourage po natin yung ating kasi yung sa coterminous position siya. I-encourage natin yung barangay captain, yung appointing authority na i-assisting i-absorb nila. And until the time na meron siyang qualified na pwedeng doon po natin yan.
Gusto ko lang pong i-share, kasi kanina ko pa nga pong naririnig yung issue dun sa coterminus, So meron po ako nakita isang legal opinion from the DILG pertaining po din sa BHW and BNS. So may dalawang category po siya, yung BHW and BNS. So the first kind of BHW pertains to those registered and accredited and who render voluntary service pursuant to RA number 7883 and its implementing rules and regulations. So their services in the barangays is on their free will and without any remuneration or certificate of appointment. So meaning po, hindi siya saklaw, kumbaga hindi siya kailangan ng appointment ng ating po mga PBs kasi sila po ay volunteers. Nakalagay din po dito, BHWs of this kind are not barangay officials but merely act as voluntary personnel. So the other kind of BHWs pertain to those created by the barangays pursuant to the Section 387 of the Local Government Code. So ito naman po yung nagre-require ng ito naman po yung kailangan po ng appointment. So, ibig sabihin, yung mga volunteers po natin na BHW na ay hindi po kailangan ng appointment ng ating po mga PBs. So, sila po yung covered po ng ating pong RA 7883 at the same time yung ating pong JMC, yung DOH-DILG JMC 2023-01. So, sila po yung pinoprotektahan din po natin dito. So, yun po, yung same po, applicable din po siya sa BNS. So may dalawa din po silang category yung sa BNS, yung pong volunteer at the same time yung pong created po ng ating barangay. Yun lang po, to share lang po, po.
Thank you ma'am, siguro po baka pwedeng makuha yung kopya bago maisama po namin sa definition terms. At himay po natin yung dalawang definition.
Ito na rin po, the DILG opinion number 114 series of 2022 po. So, available naman po siya online. So, meron po itong legal opinion regarding sa volunteer at dun sa appointed by the barangay.
Thank you ma'am.
So ma'am, ito po sa clown ng volunteer.
Oo.
Okay. Dalawa. Any recommendation mo po?
Wala naman silang
Clarification? So wala na po. Okay na po tayo dito, BM. Section 5, Duties and Responsibilities. The Barangay Nutrition Scholar shall initiate and assist the Barangay Nutrition Committee in the formulation of the Barangay Nutrition Action Plan. B. Coordinate implementation of nutrition intervention activities and refers clients to appropriate service providers. Promote and advocates nutrition programs that are in line with the Philippine Plan of Action for Nutrition. deliver the basic nutrition and related health services and ensures that the planned activities are implemented. Letter E, conduct growth monitoring activities to nutritional status of preschool children and monitoring of implementation of nutrition and related activities, laws, ordinances, and policies. F, mobilize and generate the human and financial resources in coordination with the BNC and record, monitor, report services rendered to the nutritionally at-risk families in the barangay. Document and submit reports to BNC and to Nutrition Action Officer. So wala po atang question nito. Section 6. Benefits and support for barangay nutrition scholars. Pursuant to PD 1569, the following benefits and support shall be provided to barangay nutrition scholars. Section 6.1, Civil Service Eligibility and Service Benefit. The BNS shall be granted a civil service eligibility equivalent to second grade after completing at least 2 years of continuous and satisfactory service in the barangay. Section 6.2, Additional Honorarium. The provincial government shall provide an additional honorarium of 1,700 monthly for the services rendered by the BNS to the barangay. Section 6.3, Financial support from cities, municipalities, and barangays. All cities, municipalities, and barangays are hereby directed to provide a minimum of 500 pesos as additional support to the BNS from their annual budget. Section 6.4, Training and Allowances. The BNS shall be entitled to a training stipend, kit, and travel allowance. Other allowances may be granted by the barangay and by the city municipality upon approval of the local chief executive and subject to the availability of funds. Section 6.5, Additional funding sources. Additional funds may be sourced from national government agencies, NGOs, and other funding institutions as available to further support the BNS in their duties. So, meron po bang? Yes, Doc. Para sa hindi pa. Yes, ma'am.
Sa section 6.3, yung
So, yung sa section 6.3 po, yung financial support from cities, municipalities, and barangays po, baka po pwedeng gawing minimum of 500 pesos per month po siya. Tsaka, ang ano po namin dito, BM, ano po, kasi po baka po ang isipin ng mga LGU, 500 lang. Meron na po kasi po tayong mga LGU na nagbibigay ng mga 10,000, ganun po. Kasi po, kaya lang po namin to, ay, ito po kasi mas maganda. Dahil po doon sa ibang LGU na kahit po sa municipal level na po ay wala. So, ang hihingi lang po at least minimum of 500 naman po sa kanila. Monthly po, sana. Yun po. Thank you po.
Minimum of 500 monthly. Okay. Noted po. Yes po.
Dun sa section 6.1, baka pwedeng ilagay natin sa paggawa ng IRR kung paano kukunin yung civil service eligibility. Kasi baka mamaya kasi akalain nila automatic na, di ba? So, ilagay natin yung proseso paano kung makukuha po yung civil service eligibility. Na kailangan pong ma-apply sa nutrition, tapos sa CSC, yung coordination po. Tapos po sa 6.2, Mami Du. Hi, Mami Du. Mami Du. Sorry. Di, Mami Du, okay naman yun, no? Additional allowance ang title natin. Doon sa section 6.2. Or, ay, sorry, additional, tama lang. So, ano po yung dapat natin?
Instead of additional allowance,
sorry. Okay. Honorarium lang. Yung bago po, BM Just, yung sana po sa line 130 are hereby directed, baka magkakaroon sa akin ng mga mayor, baka are hereby encouraged. Pero bukas sabihin, siga naman ng mga board member nito. Encourage lang po. Di ba kasi pag mayor iba yung attack. Yun lang po, BM Just.
Thank you, BM. Meron pa po ba? Other po? Ay, yes po. Yes, Nanay.
As PNS po, baka po pwede rin pong magkaroon ang mga BNS ng retirement benefit po. Kasi ang dami rin pong BNS na mga 40 years in service na rin po, lalo na po katulad po sa Biden. Marami na pong nag-retire po sila ng 30 years na po. Yun lang po.
Noted, ma'am. Ilalagay po natin sa section 6.6 yung graduating pay. Graduating pay. Kagaya nung sa BHW. Thank you. Thank you po. At saka po yung mga free medical, yung prioritization, sige po, ilalagay po natin yan. Kagaya nung sa BHW. Buti na lang nandito kayong BNS. Yes. Meron pa po? Wala na po? Okay na po tayo. Section 7, Monitoring and Evaluation. The Barangay Nutrition Scholar shall undergo periodic performance evaluation to assess the effectiveness of nutrition programs and initiatives conducted by the provincial, municipal, city nutrition action officers and/or district, municipal, city nutrition program coordinators. Section 8. Implementing rules and regulations, the Office of the Provincial Health Officer, in coordination with the Department of Health, the Department of Interior and Local Government, and the Local Health Board, shall issue the necessary implementing rules and regulations to ensure the proper and efficient implementation of this ordinance. Section 9, repealing clause, all ordinances, rules, regulations, or parts thereof which are inconsistent with the provisions of this ordinance are hereby repealed or modified accordingly. Section 10, severability clause. If any provision of this ordinance is declared invalid or unconstitutional, the remaining provisions not affected thereby shall continue in full force and effect. And lastly, Section 10, effectivity clause. This ordinance shall take effect after its approval and compliance with the posting and publication requirements. Tapos na po tayo. Ay, Ma'am Helen. Yes, Ma'am Helen. Meron pa po.
Ipahabol pa po. Sa 145, dito po sa Section 7, Monitoring and Evaluation, the Barangay Nutrition Scholar shall undergo periodic performance evaluation to assess the effectiveness of nutrition programs and initiatives conducted by the Provincial Nutrition Action Officers and/or District Nutrition Program Coordinators, and shall undergo annual MELPI-PRO or annual monitoring and evaluation of local level plan implementation by the provincial, city, municipal nutrition evaluation team using the National Nutrition Council standard tool. Ito po kasi yung ginagamit sa national na annual monitoring and evaluation. Ito po yung nagko-conduct po ang province to select outstanding municipal nutrition committee, BNS. Dito po nagiging contender at the regional level. Yun po, using the MELPI-PRO tool ng national.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Helen, for that inclusion. Kindly take note po yung MELPI-PRO. Meron pa po ba kami nakaligtaan? Wala na siguro. Parang gusto na kumain lahat. Okay po. Kung wala na po, gusto ko lang pong magpasalamat sa lahat po na nagpunta, no, nagbigay ng oras para po ating pong litisin itong ating mga ordinansa na ito, no? At alamin para po mas gumanda yung ating ordinance, di ba po? And sana po magpatuloy po tayo sa pagbibigay ng nutrition program and health services sa ating mga kababayan dahil totoo naman po, kayo po talaga ang nagsasakripisyo, yung mga BHW po natin at BNS. At ngayon po, panahon naman po para bigyan namin kayo ng pagkilala at importansya. So maraming salamat po, Ma'am Du, maraming salamat. Ma'am Michelle, syempre maraming salamat po sa pagpunta. Mga BMs, maraming salamat po sa pagpunta. Thank you, and maligayang araw po sa atin.
Merry Christmas! Stop ko na ito, Ma'am.
Photo op lang po bago po mag-uwian. And yung CA po natin, nasa registration table po, lahat po ng nangangailangan po ng CA po. Photo off po. Magstay na lang po sa mga
Sinabi na kanina, IBP kami sa
picture po. Punta na lang daw po sa gitna po yung ating mga participants po dito. Move forward.
Compress na lang po tayo. Iba na nasa likod po, pwede po tayo dito sa harap. Compress po, compress. Okay. Everybody smile. 1, 2, 1 more. Thumbs up po tayo. Alright, maraming salamat po.